Welcome to the Courtroom Chronicles. This channel is dedicated to educational content based on real-life cases and true events. This content shared here is drawn directly from the actual case file, and no names, places, or items have been changed. Whether you're here to learn, reflect, or simply understand the real-world scenarios better, you're in the right place. We believe in the power of truthful storytelling to educate and inspire. Disclaimer: while all stories are based on real cases, they are presented in a condensed and structured format for clarity and learning. Viewer discretion is advised where necessary. This case is cited from the Nigerian National Industrial Court online file, which is public record. In the bustling maritime corridors of Nigeria's ports, a storm was brewing, not on the waters, but in the courtrooms. The case of the Maritime Workers Union of Nigeria, MWN, versus Intel's Nigeria Limited and Associated Maritime Services Limited, AMS Limited, became a focal point for industrial justice. The dispute began when 610 dockworkers suddenly found themselves out of work following the expiration of stevedoring contracts. The Minister of Labor, invoking Section 14, subsection 1 of the Trade Disputes Act, referred the case to the Industrial Arbitration Panel. Unhappy with the IAP's decision, MWN appealed the ruling to the National Industrial Court of Nigeria, specifically the Lagos Judicial Division, where a panel comprising Justices M.N. Esowe, presiding, and Ubaka and Elizabeth A. Oji sat in judgment. MWN passionately argued that these 610 dockworkers had long worked at terminals operated by Intels through various third-party stevedoring companies. To the union, this formed a tripartite employment relationship, effectively making Intels their de facto employer. Their case rested heavily on the collective bargaining agreement between MWN and the Seaport Terminal Operators Association of Nigeria. The union asserted dockworkers with over 10 years of service were entitled to redundancy benefits. Intels, being a member of STOAN, was bound by the CBA. The IAP had erred by concluding: 1. Intels wasn't the employer. 2. The terminations didn't amount to redundancy. 3. Intel's membership in STOAN wasn't proven. And 4. Terminal benefits were unwarranted. Intels and AMS Limited stood firm. They refuted the allegations, arguing that the dockworkers were never directly employed by them. Instead, their contracts were with independent stevedoring companies like Phaeton and Modern Stevedoring, whose agreements had simply expired. They highlighted the following points. 1. There was no direct employment relationship with the dockworkers. 2. These were contracts for service, not employment contracts. 3. MWN had failed to produce A. employment letters linking the workers to Intel's D. proof of Intel's STOAN membership. And 4. Collective agreements weren't legally binding unless integrated into personal contracts or legislated. On the 4th of March 2025, the court delivered its judgment. The panel upheld the IAP's decision, concluding: 1. MWN had not shown credible evidence proving a direct employment link between Intels and the dockworkers. The documents submitted, emails and CBAs, were either unsigned, unauthenticated, or lacked a direct connection to the respondents. Without clear proof of Intel's STOAN membership or explicit contractual terms incorporating the CBA, Intels could not be bound by it. The termination of the stevedoring contracts was lawful and done by a fluxion of time, not redundancy. Intels and AMS Limited, the first and second respondents, emerged victorious. The reasons for MWN's loss were clear. 1. No concrete evidence of Intels as employer. Employment documents pointed only to third-party firms. The claim of STOAN membership lacked admissible proof. The CBA was not legally enforceable against Intels. The redundancy claim didn't specify individual entitlements, which are required by law to be quantified. The case offers key takeaways for unions and workers alike. Clear employment contracts. Having clear, written contracts between workers and Intels, explicitly including redundancy provisions, could have solidified the claim. Better documentation, authenticated and signed records demonstrating Intel's stolen membership would have strengthened the union's position. Legal binding of CBAs. Ensuring that the CBA was incorporated into individual contracts or company policy could have made it enforceable. Individualized claims. Instead of a broad claim for all 610 workers, M1 should have submitted detailed individual claims with specific entitlements. Procedural diligence. The appeal process was nearly compromised by procedural delays and missteps. Strict adherence to legal procedure is vital in labor disputes. Thus ended the legal journey of 610 dock workers whose case, though rooted in real grievances, faltered under the weight of inadequate documentation and legal oversight. It was a sobering reminder that in the pursuit of justice, clarity, proof, and process reign supreme. Thanks so much for watching, fam. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a comment below, and let me know what you think about the case. I love hearing your thoughts and feedback. And hey, if you felt a connection or learned something new, give this video a like and share it with someone who might enjoy it too. Until next time, stay safe, stay real, and I'll catch you in the next one.